Hello and welcome to Space Quest 6, Roger Wilco in the Spinal Frontier. Let's continue where we left off, in sickbay. Okay, come on, I want to exit out.
It's the...
Okay, there we go.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilco. The sequels are...
come on, Chip.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilco.
Oh.
It's a StarCon regulation.
Ease, Jebba. Who's gonna know? Let me try this one.
I don't know, Mr. Wilco. I'm not one to break regulations. I really don't think it's a good idea.
I swear, it'll only take a minute. We're out in the middle of nowhere. No one will find out. And I'll tell you what, anytime you want it, one free plunge job, day or night. What do you say?
Well, I don't know.
Jabba the Hop!
It'll only take a minute or two, really. Come on, Jebba, be a
Jabba
pal.
the Hop.
Well, okay, but just this once. If anyone finds out I'm sunk, then I'll come looking for you to take it out on. Keep that in mind.
Got it.
No problem. I'll be done in a flash.
I really don't know why I'm doing this.
Well, then you do it.
That wouldn't look...
Okay.
You got what you wanted.
Okay, let's get out of here then.
Neat. I've always wanted to...
Okay. Let's see what we have here. File closed? That's interesting.
Oh, hi, Stellar. I hope your back's feeling better.
They just finished treating me, and it is starting to feel better. However, I was told to lay off rescuing people for a while, especially you. So, did you have any luck?
Yes and no.
I got some information from the sample I ran through the DNA sequencer. When I tried it, all I got was a name. All it said after that was that the file is closed. I wonder why that is.
Dun dun dun.
It seems a bit suspicious.
Her head's a clock.
When a file is marked like that, there's usually a very good reason. Most frequently, it indicates the file is closed for intelligence purposes, or it's legally sealed by some judicial body.
Yeah.
In the case of those tubs of guts that grabbed you, I'd have to say it's not a government agency directly behind it. It sounds more like someone with access from the outside to a friend or two inside. A more paranoid person might say this smells way wrong.
Then again, when did you last change your socks?
Good question.
If the files are sealed, then we have nothing to go on.
This is true.
True. The only thing I can think of is that they may be accessible by jacking into cyberspace. I've never done it, but I know it can be done.
Jacking in.
I guess this means you won't be trying it first. I'd love to try it, but I can't since we don't know how.
Well, actually, I read it can be done with the help of a cyberjack and headset.
Okay, I'm gonna find those.
Cyberspace jack interface module.
Okay.
The article said there are several things to access out there and that there's a vast library of files to browse.
Okay.
It said that the Information Superhighway project is a little behind schedule, but that there are some operative areas. Other than that, I don't have a clue as to how we can gain any information about them.
Oh, early internet jokes.
Cyberspace thing could work?
Well, I can only tell you what I've read. Navigating it takes a little patience, but I think it's the only option you have. I don't know if you'll locate a cyberjack and headset. Because of the delays in the project, they've become more like collector's items than marketable, functionable products.
We do have cyberjack modules built into the compost.
That's true. Of course, we won't know anyway without the jack.
This is true.
That bites. I wonder where we could find one of those.
Don't
I
know.
wish I knew, Roger. There must be some place.
Vesterblatz.
Attention! We are now orbiting the Delta Berxalon 5 colony as requested by StarCom. Most of you know your assignments as they have been broadcast to your composts. Please represent StarCom.
Compost.
Kilbasa, out.
You better get moving since you don't know yet what your assignment is. I have some checking around to do. We'll talk
Nice
later.
butt. Too bad you are not Roger Jr.'s
Maybe we can work in that
mummy.
dinner.
Ah, home sweet home.
Holy cow! It's your Golden Mop Award for your feats of daring do in Space Quest 1. You saw this detailed diecast model of an early StarCon Solar Scout in Milky Way today. StarCon's in-flight magazine. It seemed like a great investment at the time.
I'm sure it did.
This poor dresser hasn't worked right since they hauled it on board. Wait, were you looking at yourself or at the Bureau?
Ha ha ha.
Well, same message either way. Wow, it's the old translating gadget you used to communicate with the subterranean alien back on the planet Corona in Space Quest 1.
Woohoo.
Too bad they don't make those little dilithium watch batteries anymore.
Aw.
Looky, it's your old Levion terror.
Hey, where was that in 3?
Space Quest 2.
I wanted to use it in 3 and couldn't find it.
Say it's the old hint book you found in the bargain bin at the software store in Space Quest 4.
Are we not supposed to remember that?
This table is supposed to be... Since you do neither, you've found it makes a great place to stash all this junk you've collected over the years.
I'm sure it has.
Wow, it's your official employment rejection letter from Sierra Online at the end of Space Quest 3.
Ooh.
It just says, not a chance. And it's signed by Ken Williams. Why do all these starships come with shimmery sheets? What's so futuristic and wonderful about shimmery sheets? They wake you up at night. They're cold and slippery. And the worst thing is getting up every morning with sequins imprinted all over your face.
That does sound horrible.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
These are your boots. Wait a second, you're already wearing your boots.
That's... Huh.
That's odd. You don't remember having a second pair of pants? Maybe you've got an evil twin from a parallel universe walking around the ship naked.
Oh my god.
It's a medical reference of janitor-specific ailments, diseases of the genitalia.
Ah ha ha ha.
Unless there happens to be a star generator in the... And there isn't. You won't need to take the Autobucks card. Here on the Deep Ship 86, it's kind of like a Royal Caribbean cruise.
Wow, a message for me. I wonder what...
Well play.
So, Commander Kilbasa here.
Okay.
I have a special assignment for you.
Oh my god.
A person of special skills is required on Delta Berxalon 5. In the spirit of StarCon cooperation, we have decided to offer
Hi, Kitty.
them your assistance.
Why mine?
Transport there immediately. Kilbasa out.
I don't want to.
You get finger... That's still...
Okay, let's exit. Go back.
You get finger...
Ship. We want to go to... The transporter.
Okay, I'm ready. Energize.
Try not to beam me into a wall this time. That was gracious.
Commander Kielbasa and that other guy look like they're just finishing up a conversation.
He's all brain.
Janitor Wilco, Dr. Bellows and I were just talking about you.
Dear God, why?
Please report to Sharpay's quarters, Janitor Wilco. She is in need of someone with your special skill set. Be quick about it.
I don't want to be.
Yes, sir.
It feels...
Janitor second class, Roger Wilco, reporting as ordered, ma'am.
Wilco, you say?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Mr. Wilco, I expected you here some time ago. I've been kept waiting for minutes now.
I'm terribly sorry, ma'am.
I'm very sorry, ma'am.
Save the pathetic whimperings for your StarCom superiors, which I would expect includes everyone and everything on the food chain over there.
That is true.
Ma'am, I came as...
Young man, I lack the time, and most importantly, the patience to indulge you as you wind your way from one excuse to the next. May we please just begin?
Yes. Let's.
Sorry, but I wasn't briefed on what tasks would be required of me.
You are a janitor, Mr. Wilco. What do you think I want from you, a heart transplant? What has become of StarCom? When my fifth husband, Admiral Bluntfang, served, the crop of up-and-coming cadets seemed to have such promise.
Oh, God.
I recall this one rather striking cadet. Well, never mind that. But you, I pray you do not typify what might be slithering down the halls of our formerly prestigious academy. That is one thing I do not look forward to witnessing.
Bite me, lady. Bite me.
Get to work, Mr. Wilco. You'll find a mop and a bucket right over there. I have no time to devote to your education. That would take a lifetime, and the most copious amount of patience a universe could muster. My life is soon to expire. Please, just clean. I must rest now.
Sure, lady.
It wouldn't be...
Do they have any janitors here, lady?
Mr. Wilco, please rattle the handle on that commode. It is positively maddening.
Yes, ma'am.
You got it, right away, ma'am. Whatever I can do.
Please do it, and quietly. I must have my rest.
So you say.
Mr. Wilco, it is time for me to take my meds. Please fetch my trisonic sortium from the medicine cabinet.
I don't know what that looks like.
Yes, ma'am. Maybe I can get this old hag to overdose.
What was that, janitor?
Nothing, ma'am. I'll get those for you right away.
Monologuing is internal and silent, Roger.
I can't find her medicine. I don't think she knows what she's talking about. Hey, what the...
While we await a fully formed thought from Roger, it should be mentioned that there seems to
Okay,
be some sort
poor
of gas
Roger.
entering the room through the left vent.
Uh-oh.
I've got to get out of here somehow.
It wouldn't be proof. It wouldn't be. Don't pick it. Yeah, you just can't get enough of that.
No, I can't.
As fulfilling as a conversation with Don't pick it. That would. Don't touch that. It feels. It wouldn't be. You summon the.
I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing.
You summon the. That wouldn't. That's. It wouldn't. Don't pick. You summon. That would. You summon.
Rats, it won't.
Let's see, what do I have?
That's an it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's pretty fried.
Your skin not. Actually, it's You.
I don't actually remember what I'm supposed to do here. I don't think there's anything I can do.
That wouldn't. It wouldn't. You realize. It would appear. Yeah, you just. Like you. Yeah, you just. That wouldn't. It wouldn't. Don't. Axel. That's a joke can. The old-timers use it to bake the new interns into.
Oh, I'm dead.
And you thought the fumes from lactose intolerance.
Oh dear, and I hadn't saved in a while. I'm sorry, I forgot to resume. What we needed to get was the piston from right here.
Good thinking. Wedged in the door, the manual override control causes the piston to strain against the door. It pushes a few inches and seems to strain at that point.
Go, Roger, go.
Wilco!
Oh, hi, Stellar. What are you doing here?
There's no time to talk, Roger. We've got to get out of here now. 1, 2, 3.
Go, Stellar! No!
Just as you crash to the floor of the turbo shaft, the hydro riser piston gives way, and the door slams shut, with Stellar still trapped inside.
No!
You claw and pull at the seams of the bulkhead door, but to no avail. Just then, you hear and feel an explosion which seems to have come from behind the door. The door is sealed tight. You can hear no other noise after the ear ringing from the blast subsides.
Oh no! Stellar!
God, I can't believe this. It can't be happening.
I think
She
he...
was. I was. Stella!
Streetcar named Desire. Shout out there.
It's hard to believe that this is the Hollow Suite. The setting is much like the graphics you've scanned in the library from those planets more interesting in their climatic diversity.
Unlike
From the
Xenon.
scenic jutting peaks, soft hills, and lake in the conjured distance to the lush pixelized growth of trees, flowers, and grass in the foreground, the holodeck has that sublime park-like perfection.
I should hope so.
Unfortunately, its serene beauty is sadly negated by the headstones and the solemn event about to occur, the laying to rest of your rescuer and true friend, Stellar Santiago.
Aww.
You are feeling as you have never felt before, perhaps helped along by the relatively short stints aboard the various ships, as well as all too brief friendships. You've been spared the emotional devastation of true loss by lack of attachment. This, however, is a different feeling. Far different from anything you've ever experienced. You can't help but wonder how you'd act towards Stellar given a second chance. But you know that can never happen. She gave her life for you, and you will never be able to thank her. Enough smarm already. Let's funeral!
Ladies and/or gentlemen, we assemble here today to honor the memory of a former crewmate, Lieutenant First Class Stella Santiago. Her unfortunate death takes place in the shadow of a new community, the dawning of a new life for the aged of our galaxy. Although death is never easy to accept, we must remember that the tragic accident which took her from our midst occurred while she was on duty. If a member of StarCon must perish for some reason, there is no more honorable way. It is part of the oath we recite and take to heart when we pledge our allegiance.
That is stupid.
I believe her friend, Janitor Second Class Roger Wilco, has a few words he'd like to say. Mr. Wilco?
Roger, that's disgusting.
I only knew Stellar for a short time. I wish I, could have gotten to know her much better. To have had a deeper understanding of this person I was proud to have called friend.
Aw,
Of
that's...
my friend, I can only say this. Of all the souls I have encountered in my cleaning, hers were the most scuff-resistant.
Aw, poor Roger. Poor Roger. I love how they all managed to keep their clothes on. Now let's go to our compartment. And mourn. Let's cry into our... Wait, do we have a message? We do, we have a message.
Wow, a message for me. I must be getting popular.
Huh, that's weird.
I wonder what it is.
I wonder what it is too.
Roger, help me. I only have a moment. They faked.
Stellar, what happened? The picture's gone. You're alive?
Apparently. Wow, we need to go tell Kabas about this. Commander, we have something urgent
Commander
to...
Kabasa, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I've just received a distress message on my compost. And it was from Stellar.
Wilco, have you been whiffing cleaning fluid again?
No.
I'm
Why?
absolutely as sane as I've ever been. She's being held on Delta Berxilon by Sharpay.
Wilco, do you realize how irrational that sounds? We buried Stella. You were there. Maybe you need a rest. Take a couple of hours off.
Sir,
Wilco, we have our orders from StarCon and we'll be carrying them out. Drop it, Janitor. Leave the bridge now, Wilco. I've made my decision.
Yes, sir. Oh, let's look around over here.
He's the ship's engineer. That's the communication officer. That's Dorf.
Hey, it's
You
Dorf.
start to see something.
I hope I never...
And that's...
It's Commander Killboss's kitty litter box. This is where he makes most of his best command decisions. Not to mention all of his log entries.
Ah. Well, let's go to 8 rear.
Hello, Roger. Please join me in consuming something.
Hello, not Data.
Thanks, Sydney. You seem uptight.
Yes.
Say what? Upright? What are you talking about? Uptight was the word. Perhaps that is too archaic a reference for you. It would have been more effective to say that you seem concerned.
Yes, that would be more effective.
Oh, yeah. I do have a thing or two, well, at least something on my mind.
Which is unusual.
I am sorry to hear this. I hope your concerns are soon alleviated.
Me too.
Thanks, Sid. I do have to come up with some solutions.
Hey, look at the plant.
An unusual plant specimen that someone left behind. It appears to be thriving here. Perhaps it prefers beer and popcorn to fertilizer, and you grow it lamps.
Probably.
It sure does.
Oh, I forget. There's a number you can enter in here. It's only in the demo. Sorry, guys. My mistake. Let's see here. Intership transport. Chile first. Database. Known races. 4. The vulgar nerve pinch. This is a tactor aerial maneuver which the pincher pinches the bundle of nerve fibers at the base of the neck while whispering dialogue from either Tango and Cash or Hudson Hawk. The particular combination of stimuli results in a searing flash of pain and unconsciousness, which can last for several hours. This technique is demonstrated in hollow joint program 5551212. Okay. We want to go to the Hollow Cabana. Okay. We want 5551212.
Welcome to Hollow Suite Program 5551212, the vulgar nerve pinch. Despite our reputation for being pacifist, we vulgars have developed an extremely practical martial arts technique used mainly for defensive purposes. It is called the vulgar nerve pinch. This is a tactile oral maneuver in which the applier pinches the bundle of nerve fibers
Yes, as I said.
of the neck while whispering into the victim's ear dialogue from either Tango and Cash or Hudson Hawk. This particular combination of nerve stimuli and loss of cerebral control due to the torturous mantra of movie dialogue results in a searing flash of pain and then unconsciousness. In effect, it is similar to a temporary orally induced robotomy. Victims are soon rendered unconscious for several hours. When they awaken, they will remember nothing of how they came to be unconscious, if they are extremely lucky. I shall demonstrate on my most eager volunteer. You will please to pay attention. hand as I begin the narcotic chant of cinematic morphine.
He mutters something thankfully unintelligible into the ear of the volunteer.
Oh, thank you, sir. Maybe you can help your sister. I just told you what we're gonna have margaritas together. Let's go, let's get we have fun. Get a hubba going in the wee. And I just like that. So, as you can see, it is very effective. If you can apply a proper grip to the neck, it will disable 9 out of 10 neck-bearing species. This completes our program. Thank you very much.
And I think that is a good place to stop for the day. So let's holodeck. And I know it's the Holo Cabana, but it's a holodeck. So, bye.